This show is not done very frequently. It's done, people read it as a book, and plays are not meant to be read, they're meant to be seen, and this is very much one of those as well, that's meant to be seen.
So Raisin in the Sun takes place in 1955. It tells the story of an average Chicago family of African Americans. At the core of the play, it's a story about love and the power of loving yourself, loving your family, and loving your community. I like to think that the play puts the politics of the 60s and 50s in someone's living room. It puts the revolution and the activism right in regular people's mouths, and how average Americans survive and fight for justice and peace in their own individual and personal lives. The play's history speaks volumes to me, even more so as a theater goer and as a theater lover. It's one of the most beautifully poetic and poignant works I think ever written in the American theater. And as an American, it's the story of our country. It's a story of ambition and a story of fighting against all the odds just to be who you truly are.
I have loved this play since I was a very small girl, and I think it's a very universal story and timeless. And as an actor, you get to run the gamut of the human emotional spectrum in 2.5 hours, which is kind of an amazing gift. And I think every character gets a moment to really shine.
The reason why I like the play is because it shows our heritage and how we've been treated, and I also like the way how they stand up and fight for what they believe in.
It's a very alive play, very fiery and very deep and rich, and there's so much love here.
I think the audience will be struck by how contemporary the play is. And it's not until you see it and you experience it that you realize that many of the issues that the play addresses are still very pertinent to today.
We're really hoping to debunk some of the myths around the play and really stage it with a new, fresh take on it. We're setting it in 1955 around the Emmett Till lynching. Emmett Till was a 14-year-old boy in Chicago who was lynched when he went to Mississippi to visit his cousins and family just for whistling at a white woman. And there was something that really spoke volumes to me as a director and as someone with the political leanings, that this child was in many ways the spark of the civil rights movement as we know it. It's what made Rosa sit down. It's what made Dr. King stand up. And I think Lorraine in many ways was writing that character in the play. She was writing the boy Travis, who was a 10-year-old, just watching his family fall apart before his eyes.
In the 1950s, African Americans couldn't really do such things as Caucasian people could. And with his family falling apart, they actually hate each other. It's really hard for him to see what's going on. It's really confusing for him, but yet he comprehends it.
You know, where the play takes place before Dr. King and before the civil rights movement, so these are characters who are really wrestling with these ideas for the first time in many ways and finding their voice as new African Americans and as, you know, the possibilities of what can be for them.